Welcome back, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we talk about the new Netflix film Mixtape. As the world approaches Y2K, a quirky 12-year-old sets out on a journey to find songs on a mixtape crafted by her late parents. This movie brought back fond memories of creating not mixtapes for me, but mixed CDs. I had a mixed CD of Lil Jon and the East Side Boys and Ludacris and Usher and a bunch of rappers when I was like in 6th grade, and I'm sure I still have it somewhere, but it was a banger. In this story, we have this 12-year-old girl who lives with her grandmother, played by Julie Bowen. She discovers this list of songs that are supposed to be on a mixtape. She goes out and searches for these songs in 1999. So she has to go to the record stores to try to find these songs, and then they're put on a tape for her to listen to. And as she's discovering these songs, she's discovering more about her parents that died when she was 2. And so these songs are supposed to tell a story, supposed to tell this young child about her parents. And I thought this was a pretty decent movie. There was a lot of emotional moments coming from this 12-year-old girl, as she really doesn't know her parents very well. And you understand the reason behind creating these mixtapes and discovering the songs and going on this journey. Those emotional moments are there, and the reason behind it is very strong. You're really along for the journey with this young girl, and as she's discovering the songs, she's discovering more about her parents and who she is, what are her interests. She doesn't really know what to go off of when it comes to her parents, and she's discovering her own style, and she's finding that she likes the same things as her mother, and she's starting to let that genre of music, which is rock and roll, come out and really start to take over, and she really likes that. And in turn, she is making new friends along the way that are helping her find these songs. I thought that there were some very strong emotional moments coming from this young girl, Gemma Brooke, as she's discovering the music. Julie Bowen feels really closed off at times. She is focused on entering the year 2000, Y2K. She's very afraid of what is going to happen. She's trying to move money around. She's trying to take on extra shifts just in case something happens. And the young girl often asks Julie Bowen about her mother, which is Julie Bowen's character's daughter in the film, about, who was she? Did we have the same interests? And she doesn't feel like answering them most of the time. And we feel that she's very closed off because the mother is still affected by her daughter's death. And so we see some of these closed off moments, and that makes the relationship between grandma and granddaughter a bit of a struggle to get through, because she wants answers and her grandmother is not ready to give it to her. And we see a lot of that kind of back and forth conflict that helps these two characters grow in their own. As this young girl is discovering more about the songs and these mixtapes, she meets a record store owner named Anti. And right off the bat, he wants nothing to do with this young girl. He thinks that she's bad for business, but it blossoms into a very sweet relationship as he starts to help her more find these songs, take her to certain concerts where she can listen to certain songs. It really develops into a nice relationship between this record store owner and then the young girl, and also her friends as well. As they start to get more involved, it starts to blossom into a very sweet relationship. And I thought that by the end of it, there was some really good growth for these characters, especially this record store owner, and how he's starting to open up a little more. We learn a little bit about him and why he's so angry at certain things, and we see him, handling the relationship just a little bit better. It's not pretty strong and rude at times, but he changes throughout the movie, and I thought that was a nice little addition to this story. I thought this was a very personal story, and it allowed for those emotional moments to come out because you were understanding the reason behind finding these songs and creating the mixtapes. And also the little moments of the Y2K I thought was a little bit unnecessary. I didn't feel like it added anything to the movie, rather than just Julie Bowen's character freaking out quite often about money and college and her job. It didn't add anything to the characters. It didn't add anything to the plot. It just was there. It was just a bonus thing to the movie that I felt was a little bit unnecessary at times. But Mixtape was a pretty fun film. There was some growth for these characters. You understood the reason, and at times there was some humor within it as well. But overall, it's, you know, emotional film at times, and it's pretty effective too, because you're on this journey and you hope that she finds all the songs and she has a message at the end of this all. I'm going to go ahead and give Mixtape a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for Mixtape, the new Netflix film. Have you guys seen it? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.